Hi, my name is Matt Cellitti from Native Instruments. We're here to show you KONTAKT 3 today. This is the third installment of the industry standard software sampler. So what's new about KONTAKT 3? Well, the first big thing is 33 gigabyte library now. So that's a great expansion from where KONTAKT 2 was. So 33 gigabytes pretty much gives you every sound you're going to need, or at least a start. So the way we have it organized here, if you can look on the screen, it's basically 6 categories. We have a band, orchestral, synth, urban beats, vintage, and world collections. So what I can do is I'm going to just go into the bands. You can see it's kind of your bread and butter stuff, organs, guitars, bass, drum kits. I'm going to go in the new horn section here and load up an instrument called the sax section. So right away, if you're familiar with KONTAKT 2, you'll notice this is a new screen. Well, if I cut this out, this is what instruments used to look like when you would load into KONTAKT 2. You could basically go into the hood and add all sorts of effects, insert effects, route your outputs, and do all that. But one thing we've tried to do at Native Instruments is increase the workflow, make it a lot more easier to use, a lot more fun to use. And so what we added here is the performance view. So all 1,000+ instruments are actually reworked with this performance view. And what it does is it basically gives you the opportunity to have hands-on control right away. So here's the sax section. Simple sax section there, but now I can actually go in and do cool things like switch around the instrument articulation without having to go in the script editor. So here's like more of a stab. Here's a crescendo. Here's a fall. So, and you can see I'm actually key switching on the keyboard. I have key switches to actually do all this in real time. So pretty cool stuff. Now, in conjunction with that, I can actually go and automate a parameter. So if I go to the auto page, I can just grab a CC. As I move the button, you can see it's telling me which one it is. I can come in here, and now I can actually go and hitting one note. Pretty cool. I can actually go and harmonize the instrument. I can constrain it to a specific scale in a key of C and like Dorian scale, however I want. I can adjust the amount of reverb right away. Pretty cool stuff. And it's all instrument specific. So for instance, on the baritone sax section, you have a part where you can adjust key volume, like how much noise you have from the actual keys and how hard the reed is hit. It's pretty realistic. So I want to go back in. This is the acclaimed Vienna Symphonic Library. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to load the violin section. You can see how detailed these are as they're loading up. So the screen has been completely rewritten for the performance view. Now I can choose if I want it in a cathedral, maybe in a big cathedral, from far off in the distance. Really cool. So I can go in and kind of start key switching all over the place. It's pretty neat. Behind that, I can add the violas. And so with KONTAKT, you can actually load in tons of instruments and kind of go from there and play huge orchestral sections if you want. So right now we have them both loaded up. Very nice full sound. And you see the red keys on the keyboard down here. Those are actually key switching articulations. So I can have like an up bow, I can have a sustain, tremolo, pizzicato, all the same way we did with the sax section earlier.